All right, let's continue the evening with a little bit more cooking here, or at least the beginning of it. From one chef to the next potato chef, right? So get going with some SnowRunner. Let's get going with some SnowRunner. I sort of don't think we will be able to finish this either, but I did realize, at least in the last episode, where we went wrong. So the field we went to is apparently potato samples, and everyone knows that potato samples are not actually potatoes. So yeah, those are not valid. We need actual potatoes, and that's in Heartlands. So if we can get the Heartlands, we can use that field instead. That is close enough. I need to see... Let's see, where do we have... I don't think we have any items left in Heartlands. No, so we need to run everything back to here as well. Which means that we might as well bring... We can bring the harvester from here. This guy does fairly well with the harvester. So if I have him go up there... Huh? Even more potatoes today? How close are you to wrapping up this region? We are struggling a little bit. We are struggling a little bit. I did realize that this place is only producing potato samples, and that's apparently not considered potatoes, which is the same issue as we had with the other potatoes that we wanted to deliver. So I have found a place where we can actually produce potatoes now, which is in Heartlands instead of where we are right now, which is the Institute. So if we go to the Heartlands, we can use that, and it's not actually that far off from using this or the field in Harvest Corp. We just need to bring all of the equipment over there. Everyone struggles. Baldy struggled with everything. You struggle with potatoes, and Dan is also streaming and struggling in the forest in Call Up Peninsula. Oh, really? Yikes. Yikes. I actually thought he made it through Call Out already. I guess he hasn't been streaming so much SnowRunner in a while. Yeah, probably a shorter stream today though. We will not be going as long. That should be fine, and then just head over this way. Little bit shorter SnowRunner stream than usual. I'm looking at ending maybe around midnight or something like that. So, couple hours. Couple of hours. Who has written me? My dad. I'll write him, or I'll call him later. I'll call him later. Yeah, it's so dumb because the missions doesn't tell you what kind of potatoes you're getting. So it's only once you have completely done the... And once you've done the whole field, you'll get to know what kind of potatoes that field is producing. And also... Come on, get up there. Really? How do you not have... Up. Get up. There we go. Yeah. And then the sample potatoes have the exact same icon as the normal potatoes, which is just stupid. But now we know. Now we know. Best place is to go to the Heartlands. Since the field in this region is just fucking bugged. Just fucking bugged. Did I lower the volume? Yeah, I did. Nice. Nice. Man, I'm looking forward to Mana Lords next week. It's gonna be so fun. I guess we might do some Mana Lords on Saturday instead of SnowRunner then. Probably. Maybe a stream on Friday as well. If I can find the time. Maybe a stream on Friday as well. I don't know if that's Finnish, but that makes no sense, Bolt. That makes no sense. Shower, alright. What? I hate that they're hiding that stuff in bushes. It's so hard to see. Enjoy your shower then, I guess. Please don't bring me. That's fucking weird. That's fucking weird. Now I wish I had some fuel in the K700. Wish I didn't empty that one. Let's go get the next one. Let's go get the next one. I think this field was fairly alright to work in at least, so should be pretty quick when we get it done. Let's go through. Might actually have enough traction. We do, but it's slow. Hey, even with tractor you shouldn't go there, I guess. That's fine. Yeah, it would feel nice to be finishing up this region. Sucks that I managed to delete one potato load last time. That would have been nice to have gotten in. We got 250 liters of fuel now. If we can make it there with 200 liters left, we can give 100 to the K700, and we only have to go one time back and forth. But we're gonna get stuck on this damn tree again. I don't get it. How do I always get stuck on that tree? I don't think I've ever passed this without getting stuck on that tree. The bane of my existence. It is the bane of my existence. We might actually be able to make it there with 200 fuel to spare. It's nice. That cuts down on the amount of back and forth we have to go. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's not run into that thing. Or that thing. Okay, we actually have plenty of fuel to spare here. So we can easily use this guy to bring one of these. So refuel, let's get you, give you 85 and let's see how far. No, let's give you let's give myself 85 because I think it's more likely that this guy will make it all the way back with 85 liters than that guy, just from fuel consumption alone. Mostly because the engine on the K700 is a bit broken. Can we attach to you? Thank you. Okay. This was not needed. I'm not doing this field, thank you very much. I wonder if they're gonna fix these ground textures flickering at any point. Hey, Ukebox, how are we doing? Welcome in. Nice to see ya. Nice to see ya. Boom, boom, boom. I think I'm not going to flip that over, how hard I ever try. Yeah, it's not the easiest one to tip over, but it's not actually that stable. It's kind of top heavy, so if you get a good winch off, then maybe you would be able to do it. Especially without the dualists on. If you run dualists on this, then maybe it's a little bit tougher. But since the winch attaches to the front of the truck, it's more likely that you'll manage. Yeah, it's a really heavy vehicle, if nothing else, and not the fastest. And now we're gonna have to go through this again. I always get stuck on this tree up here, so can't wait to get stuck on that again. Let's try to squeeze in between these towns this time. There we go. That's a first. That's a first. I think best way to flip it is to distract you to drive into a rock. Yeah, that sure is a way to do it. That sure is a way to do it. Make sure I read chat enough that I'll just run it off the road. And that's a sure way of getting to that situation. Can't argue with that. Especially with this, because it's a little bit slippery to drive. A bit slidey. So if you're not paying attention, it's really easy to overdo a turn or not turn enough, and it will just skid off the road. But then again, it's so slow that it doesn't really matter that much. Who knows? Alright, 39 liters. I think that might just barely be enough that we can make it to the fuel station. So yeah, if I decouple you now, then we'll go over there. We can kind of see the fuel station from here, so we should be able to make it. If I could turn off the all-wheel drive, I would as well. Only downside to this is that we're actually gonna have to pay for fuel. In the previous region, we didn't really have to do that. It was free. But it's quite cheap here. It's $4. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay, that sucks though. Look at that sunset again. Beautiful. It's beautiful. One thing that this game does fantastically, it's sunsets. It's looking so good. Just looking so good. SnowRunner 2 fully path traced? Yeah, right. We all know that's not gonna be called SnowRunner 2, so... It's gonna be like SandRunner or... Water Runner, and it's with both. I don't fucking know. And it won't be path traced either, but imagine, yeah, right? Right. You do have a point there. Would be really dope though. Some proper ray tracing in this. It's a game that suits really well for that sort of atmospheric thing as well. I wouldn't mind losing like 10 FPS in this. Like, not really the point of the game to have high FPS. You don't really need that. Do I need to activate the field for this to work? I think I needed to do that before. But it might just activate automatically. No. Okay. So we do actually need to have this field activated. Yeah, it just doesn't tell you here what you get. So dumb. But this should be potatoes. According to my information. Oh, that's the wrong way. And it's night again. As soon as I start working in a field, the game is like, yep, night. It's night instantly. Turn all the lights off. It's actually doing something productive. Right. Guess we kinda need to be only one furrow wide. Gotcha. That'll be fine. Yeah, this is so much faster than that other field we were working. Having to mess around with it, not doing what you're supposed to. Okay. Potatoes incoming. We'll need to bring the planter over here once we have cultivated this. Maybe I should have done that while it was dark. Oh well. I'll be fine. 75% done right there. So let's... wonder if there was a modded version of the implements I could have used and used it in that field. As I'm guessing it's something with the collision box on the different cultivators and planters and stuff that does it so you can't work that field. There we go. One last run down the middle. Watch this field have the same issue now. Tell me I haven't done all of it. Seriously? You're gonna leave me with the 100%? Really, game? Okay, well, let's take this off right here then. There we go. That's good. And then we just need to seed this stuff. I'm actually not gonna park it right here. Let's go. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That'll be good. I'll just put you over there. Let's go to the Harvest Corp and get our K700. Why am I dropping a billion frames? What the hell is going on? Oh. I was streaming to myself as well. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, we don't need the harvester, we need a planter. Let's go get ourselves a planter. I think that should be over here if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right there. And it is pointing in this direction. Very good. So, go here, go up there, down here, do that. Something like that. I wonder if the K7M with Dualis would be better in mud than the Tatooine is even. I think it would be, but I'm not 100% certain, so who knows? Who knows? Do, 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 do. Looks like we'll have enough fuel with this as well. Oh, I forgot. This damn tree, man. Any other truck can just go straight over those trees. But the trucks with the biggest tires in the game, just impossible. Don't get it. I don't get it. What am I stuck on now? Excuse me? Not sure. Not sure. At least it's going towards day, so when we get there, maybe we won't have nighttime for once, and we can do our planting in the morning sun. Let me guess, it's gonna be raining instead. Sure, it's gonna be raining instead. Oops. Just trying to look around to see if you could see the sunrise somewhere. But I don't think there is. Oh, there it is. You can see the sun rising. Look at that. Fancy. Fancy. It's just not really a sunrise, it's more sun appearance. It's just there on the horizon eventually. Okay. Last bits. Now. They really should fix these ground textures and the flickering that happens. It's crazy that that is still ongoing. For a while there, it only happened on like rare occasions. Now it seems like it's almost always that you get those ground textures flickering. Just bunkers. Just bunkers. Let's take the tighter turn this time. Drop him off right here. And let's go stand in the activation place for this mission. $7M. Let's go. I think we should bring over the ASO 6 here with the fuel trailer as well. Or fuel add-on. So we can get some use out of that. First, let's see this place. Why is it so hard to turn with you? There we go. That's better. Now we can stick to this place. Come on. There we go. There we go. I think that one falls over, yeah. Then let's go down the middle here. Or a little bit off middle, I guess. That's fine. Why is it so hard to drive straight? Swerving all over the place. Let's get this done. 58% left. Or 58% done, I guess. 40% left to go. Yeah, the planter is the worst to reverse with. Because it's so damn close to the cab all the time. Guess I could do 2 laps on this side and then I would have a little bit more room to maneuver over there. $85%. One day we will finish these potatoes, I promise. One day we will finish these potatoes. I honestly think it's impacting the turning circle as well, this trailer. Not only that I can't reverse with it, I also can't turn as tight as with other trailers, I guess. Bidoo. All right, a little bit of luck, we'll finish here. There we go. And then we just need the harvesting done as well. And then we got our first 2 potatoes. We just have 3 more runs to do. I guess we can steal the fuel from this guy as well. Refuel. Thank you. Maybe we'll have enough fuel now too. finish the harvesting. Okay, hey Bale, can you let go? Thank you. Enough for your shenanigans, okay? Enough already. So yeah, I think I'll do 2 laps on the end of this then. That way we will have more cleanup here. More cleanup for the turning circle itself. Not that this guy is that bad with the turning circle, actually. Usually does quite well. At least with this tractor. When we were using the K700, it was atrocious with the harvester. Wonder if maybe the K700 would be doing better with the planter. Maybe. Dun, dun, dun. Turn over this way. Okay. So let's do one more run on the end over here. And that should give us ample of space to turn around here. I hope. That is 60% done. Yield in the middle of the field doesn't look that good. Almost no potatoes. Everywhere else it's like full of them. Then that patch in the middle is just empty. Just empty. Come on. %95 done. This is nice. So we will finish with this row right here then. I like it. I like it. That's that done. And time for some more potatoes. Yay! So we have 3 now at least. We also need some fuel actually. Hold on, I need to go this way. Hold on. The farming simulator never ends, yeah, right? You are insanely correct in that. We did just finish one round though, so we're getting there slowly but surely. No offense, but I much prefer Dan drive around in the Mandra. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. You know, it's gotta be done. It's gotta be done. And once we are done with this, then we get to go to Orlando, right? So that'll be kind of cool. It's gotta be Dan, yeah, that too. That too. Fucked that up, didn't I? That too. Yeah, Imandra is a lot of fun. Just in general. Imandra was my favorite region for a... Not favorite, but one of my favorite regions for a really long time. This is a really good, well-balanced map, with Lake Cove first and then Imandra being significantly more mud and snow heavy. Nice balance. Nice balance. Bit more potatoes. It is insanely repetitive, but it's sort of relaxing as well. You don't have to worry that much. You can kind of just slowly make your way around, and eventually you'll just be done. But yeah, 8 might be a little bit extreme. They could probably have cut that down a little bit. For people that are not misogynists like myself, or what the fuck it's called when you hate, love making damage to yourself. Misogyny is the other way. That's when you like to deal harm to others, right? I'll never learn the words. Masochist. Is that it? No, that's when you like to deal damage. Misogyny is completely different. Masochism is towards yourselves. Sadism is towards others. Oh, right. Right. I guess I am a masochist then. Makes sense. That makes sense. At least when it comes to games. At least when it comes to games. I like anything that's very tedious. I've found. Mm-hmm. 41 liters left. We're definitely gonna have to bring over the ass over here. Just so we have some fuel available. Even then it varies a lot. Grind can be very enjoyable, but people don't always like the same kind of grind. Yeah, that's true. That's true. As I said, I think this might be a little bit on the extreme side. Mostly because the grind is identical all the time. They could have mixed it up with like different fields and things like that, or maybe made one field in Crossroads significantly better, giving you like 4 potatoes or something. But then you have to travel a little bit further instead. So yeah, I guess the repetitiveness of it is a little bit unnecessary. Would be fun if these gave you 2 potatoes each. And then you could balance it by having the option to drive further if you wanted to. So 96%, do we think this is going to be enough to fulfill that? Or are we gonna have to start in the middle one as well? I guess we'll see. Oh, maybe. Come on. There you go. There you go. And then we'll just park this guy over here. Just like last time. And then we'll go and get our like I would hate the monotony of Farming Simulator, for example. I just don't vibe with that kind of simulator gameplay. Yeah, I think Farm Sim is something that I would enjoy playing by myself, just like to have nothing else to do, kind of. But yeah, I see what you mean. See what you mean. Played the RuneScape, yeah. Yeah, I hope you like all of those trees. I hope you like all of those trees. How much fuel do we have? Not actually that much. I think I will go and fill up this for free then first, before we leave. Even though I wanted to empty this fuel trailer. Yeah, I want to use the civilian when we get to is it Orlando? No, it's weird. People differ a whole lot. Yeah, thank God for that. That's gonna be my answer every time someone says that people are different. Thank God for that. How boring it would be if we all were identical. Since we do have a fairly cheap fuel station over there as well, I'll just go and buy fuel if we need to. I think that's fine. Actually, cheap fuel here is cheap, so we could have just deleted it at the end anyway. Oh well. Sometimes I don't think all the way. Sometimes I don't think all the way. But yeah, I can see why people think that potatoes is a little bit autonomous. Again, I think that you could, now that I know how it works, if I did it again, I could probably make it a lot more enjoyable, just by spreading out the amount of potatoes you're doing over the course of the region. If you do a few potatoes every now and then, that'll probably be a lot better than just doing them all in one go the way we're doing right now. I think that's my main takeaway from this playthrough that we're doing. It could be made a lot less repetitive just by making sure that we are splitting up these large bulk missions. Kind of like logging, it's the easiest to leave it for last, but yeah, right? And I think logging I've gotten a decent grip on at this point. that I need to split it up. But these like potato missions and things like that, it's a lot harder to predict what's going to become these tedious missions, I feel like. Not very fun to finish regions doing that. Yeah. Yeah, I did that a lot. I think through Michigan and through Alaska and probably Tamir to some extent as well. I just left logging to last, and it was always such a drag to just get through it. And I didn't really enjoy logging that much during that time either. But now that I've learned to kind of split it up a little bit, I think logging is a lot of fun, to be honest. Nice change of pace from the normal cargo missions. Man, this truck is fuel efficient. It's crazy how far you can get on one tank with this. You burn 24 liters going here. I think you'll burn more with a scout usually. All right, let's give ourselves some fuel. I guess you could split up the autonomy of this mission by delivering potatoes repeatedly, but I'm not sure that would help that much. At least you would do something other than farming for a little bit if you did it that way. Okay. So, with a little bit of luck, we might have enough fuel to do this now. I'm gonna park this guy on left side of these. That way when we get these implements we can just refill on some fuel as well. Can you turn off your engine? Thank you. There, and we need the... what? Feeding, okay. Oh. Turned off the engine instead of attaching the trailer. Come on. Go forward. Yeah, if I could just learn how to reverse with this planter, it would be fantastic. As soon as it kinks a little bit, it's just 180 degrees instantly. Or 90 degrees at least. What? What the hell am I stuck on? Nobody knows. Weird. That's weird. There we go. That should do, and all of a sudden it stopped going backwards. Bit more. Stop. It is so hard to drive straight sometimes. The truck is so slippery on top of this. These fields. Almost feels a little bit like driving on the railroads, to be honest. It's like you have those rails that you need to balance on top of. You just can't see them clearly. Each furrow has this lump in the middle. Already 75% done there. 71%. Come on now. Potatoes! Yes! Welcome in, everyone. Enjoy the next hour and a half. Something like that. Something like that. Welcome in. Welcome in. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Yes. Yes. Or get insanely tired of them and just toss them around a bunch. Thank you so much for the raid, by the way, Dan. I appreciate that. As usual, you need extra farmer? No, I actually don't. Well, I probably do need it. I just like to suffer by myself. Something like that. Hobbits should try air fryers too. Yeah, they should. They should. We fried fish today for dinner before we did the date night stream. So tasty, man. Understandable? I don't know how understandable it is. I'm mostly just an idiot after all, but I appreciate you trying to make it sound like I'm clever. That's nice. That's nice. You like to suffer? You're having a laugh? Seeing your face when you play my summer car. Yes, that's why we don't play that anymore. That's why we don't play that anymore, okay? It's not suffering enough. We're instead doing potatoes for 10 hours straight. You might think that's an aberration or whatever the heck it's called. I don't speak English. But no, I think at this point we've probably done potatoes for 10 hours. I keep turning off my engine when I'm gonna attach the trailer. See? I do it again. All the time. All the time. I heard you were in Imandra and trucking along. How did that go? Imandra is one of the more fun maps. You're redoing some mission for money? No. this map is just really repetitive at the end. I'm doing this bulk delivery mission for potatoes, where you need to deliver 8 potatoes to the airport in the last map. So yeah. When you play MC, imagine strawberries are potatoes. Yeah. The only difference is that I need to do potatoes once in this game. And then I'm done. As far as I understand, the only thing you do in My Summer Car is potatoes. And if you say that's not true, I'm gonna blame you for it. Is 100%ing every region in order with a bunch of extra rules listed in the about section below. Yes. Yes, that is true. We are playing a masochistic playthrough here. Ooh, nice, love that. Yeah, me too. Me too. Gotta enjoy a little bit of self-hatred every now and then. I think that's healthy. So yeah, we're gonna do laps around this potato field for coming hour or two. Let's see, maybe we can finish this region today and then we can look around in Ontario. That's what it is, not Orlando, it's Ontario. For next stream. That would be nice. But this one I don't think I need to make a run down the middle. We can probably just keep running like this. At least the game looks really good. Got that going for it. So how far along are you in Imandra now, Dan? Are you coming close on finishing up, or how are we doing? I didn't get to actually catch you live today, so it's been a while since I saw you streaming SnowRunner, to be honest. I'm just waiting for you to make it to more. I have 2 people I want to make sure they get to more now. Both you and Bald needs to pick up the pace here. Dan is trying to finance his Embora expedition. Alright. Yeah, you might need that. You might need that. Amor is not the simplest of places, I guess. 63%. Watch me do this now, and it deletes the two potatoes that we have in the storage already. That would be hilarious. I think we tried it last time and it didn't delete it there, so I don't know why it would do it here. Don't get stuck. Yes. Come on. There we go. Oops. %. You might think when we're done with this that, oh nice, then we're done with potatoes. Nah, we're still gonna have to do more full fields after this. For anyone that's new to the stream, This is probably the worst time to join my stream. I usually do a lot more interesting stuff like this than, yeah, tipping over and, you know. I'm an expert at rescue missions, so it's unfortunate that Dan drops in with a raid on the one stream where we're going in a circle for 2 hours straight. All right, 98. I guess we're gonna have to get a little bit on that last part. No? Okay. Nice. And let's get the cultivator again. Do we need 8 potatoes? Currently have 4. I did delete one of potato as well because I'm clumsy like that. So, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's you. Can I refuel from here? Yes. Noise. I could have edited it actually and given myself a free potato, then we wouldn't have to do a whole field. Maybe that's worth it. Give myself a break like that. So I think I can edit the warehouse right here to have 1 more potato. Do you think I know how to do that? Just have to restart the game. Oh, I never started this mission. I never started the mission. Okay, 700, pick up that mission. And go over to you, and let's go. Let's go. And around we go again. At least I'm gonna be really good at backing up with these trailers now. I'll be an expert at reversing with potato equipment in SnowRunner. I'm sure that's gonna be valuable at some point. Especially considering that the potato equipment in SnowRunner is never used again. Fresh batteries. It's going to feel really good when Glade says 100 instead of 99 though. So I got that going for me. Yeah, I think we'll do that, because that means that we are doing this run as the last run with potatoes. Because once we're done with this, we will have 6 and we need 7. So if I go and edit in the 1 potato that I magically deleted, trying to winch it, we don't have to do another half an hour of doing potatoes at least. We can even start a little bit of cleanup in this region. Get all of our trucks back to the garage and so on. And then Blades is done. Imagine that. Just need to find out what name this has. Potato! Yes. This will be the last run of potatoes. We are doing potatoes into the sunset at this point. And that is 90% done. And then we'll run down the middle of this and we should be getting the last 10%. How about that? Maybe. You're really gonna leave me with 100%? Nope. Cool. Cool. Refuel myself. Right. Last seeding. Nice. Crazy how it doesn't even pull it that easy. What direction are you going? The wrong one, of course. Cool. There we are. Get some lights on there. How appropriate we're ending this during night. How appropriate. Potatoes around the clock, yes. 25/7 potato production. It's not even 24/7, it's 25/7 here. I feel like I'm not doing anything other than potatoes at this point. I guess if you're in auto, you can technically go a little bit faster across the field than in high gear. If you have enough traction. It's just that it's really hard to have enough traction in the first place. Do 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 do. Guess shifting between high gear and auto is the way to go. Then you can get into second gear fairly easy. Yeah, this side of the map is just really bad. It is so muddy here. It's funny because the other side of the map, the other side of the field is not at all as bad. Mm-hmm. 70% done. I feel like I'm doing less and less straight lines now. Started out this doing perfectly straight lines, and now we are at a point where we're kind of turning into everything. And you haven't even been drinking, yeah, right? That is surprising. That is surprising. Not the fact that we're not doing straight lines, but the fact that I haven't been drinking. How are we playing SnowRunner without drinking? What the hell? What the hell? Do. Alright, coming up on 90% here. And I guess we just have one more run to do. And then we're done. Right, we need to harvest as well. Never mind. At least harvesting is a little bit easier than planting. I think planting is like the most annoying part of farming. Harvesting and cultivating is not that bad. Do. 95, 96, 97, 98 and 100 soon, please. Thank you. Thank you. Come again. Park you over here. And we'll go get our harvester as well. Very exciting. Very excited harvester. All right. Get this done. Then I guess we gotta do some coding stream as well after this then. If we're gonna edit that warehouse. I usually don't give myself much leeway in those kind of things. But yeah, just deleting one potato gives me hours of work. I don't feel like that's worth it, so I'll do some editing. The one thing, if I could just go get the cargo again, then I would do that, but that's not the case. %. 50. Especially considering how run up this field is now. It's just mud in that corner. We just passed. At least the auto is insanely fast. As long as my engine doesn't just randomly turn off. 128 liters of fuel as well, so we don't have to worry about that. Cherry on top here would be if I tipped over. That would be perfect. The best way to go. Alright, 92%. That means that we just need to go down the strip that we have on our right side here. Once more. I don't know, right and left. That was left. Alright. Let's get these potatoes done. $99 and boom, we are done. Feels good, man. Okay. I think I will actually leave the potatoes in here because now we have 6 potatoes here. So if I go exit game and then I will find the file we need, wherever that is. My games, maybe. SnowRunner base. Somewhere around here, I think it should be storage, that file, find my complete save, open with code. No, it's not formatted for plain text. This is not plain text. This is a JSON. There, discovered objects. No, give me my outline, please. Add-ons, damage, known regions, contests, trucks, contests, DLCs, distances, new trucks, discovered trucks, unlocked items, owned trucks, no hidden cargoes, watch points, mod trucks. Where the hell is the warehouses? Objective states. No. No. Don't think it's under the game difficulty. Waypoints doesn't matter. Saved cargo. Garage. Discover objectives. I guess I could just search for warehouse as well. Cargo loading counts. There we go. We should have one with 6 in it. And it should be in a Russian one. What if we go 6? Use 6. Maybe I can search for potatoes. Potato! Cool. We'll make you 7. Save that, and then we'll just double check so we don't have... This is GMO potatoes, apparently. That's what the sample potatoes are called. That's funny. GMO potato. Yes, it's fine. Alright. So we just need to make sure that we can save this one. Like that. Save you. And let's launch this again. Upload my newer file to the cloud. You're cheating again? Time to rest? Yeah, hacks. Yes. I deleted one potato. What the fuck? Just by accident trying to pack it. I just double tapped X and apparently it was on delete instead of pack. So just deleted one of them. We did that at the end of last stream. So just giving myself back what I already have. I don't think that's hacking. We're not hacking. We're just a little bit of time travel. Let's see, load game. I don't know if you need to do this, but I like to go through the load game functionality when I've edited something. Time to reset. Wow. Wow, throwing away hundreds of hours of progress for a potato. Yes. Yes. Technically, I already had the potato. It's just the game deleted it for me. So I would consider myself the winner here, okay? I actually don't know if this works. Maybe we won't have 7 potatoes now. It'll just be bugged. But we'll see. What does this say? Yay! It actually works. Nice. Nice! Then we need our... The Asov needs to go back to the garage. So I might as well drive him back first. And then we're gonna get the Tega. The Tega to do the deliveries. I guess. It's just to save a little bit of time. It's only like an hour that we would be wasting otherwise for one potato that I have already done. On a field that's way worse than this one. Should maybe taken the fuel. Whatever. Whatever. What did you cheat on? I haven't cheated at all. How dare you say I've cheated? I'm a perfect individual. I don't do any cheating. I just gave myself some potatoes. I went to the store and I bought some extra potatoes. I don't think that's cheating. Last stream I managed to delete one of my potato cargos. So if I were to... Okay, whatever. 86 liters. I'm not gonna bother with leaving it here for that. So yeah, in the last stream I managed to delete one of my potato cargos. So if I were to get that potato done in the game again, then I would have to go through a whole cycle of making 2 potatoes. And yeah, I can't stand that. We've done enough potatoes. Now I want to drive some trucks. Nice that you are able to do that though. This game is really generous when it comes to editing stuff. Really? Done already? With the potatoes, yes. It's only been like 10 hours, so I think we were quite fast. I think I was live 8 hours yesterday and 2 hours today. I guess combined it would be even more than that, but yeah. 10 hours straight with potatoes. What fantastic content. I found it so funny when you were talking about your cars, and literally every car you mentioned was like, oh yeah, right, we had one of those, or my best friend had one of those. Every single one. Like you mentioned 323, I'm like, oh yeah, I had one of those. You mentioned the C70, or yeah, the V70. I'm like, oh yeah, my grandma had one of those. You mentioned the Jetta. I'm like, oh yeah, my best friend had one of those. I'm like, are you fucking for real, man? The hell? I have to say, we Scandinavians are insanely original, right? And you mentioned Fiat. That was the car that my grandmother had before they picked up the V70. So yeah, it's nuts. And I think at 240 my grandparents had when my dad was small, or maybe even my dad had it when I was born. I don't remember, but I think there was a 240 in there somewhere as well. Once you get to Tamir, I would suggest you buy this. This is by far one of the most fuel efficient trucks that you can get in the game, I think. It's fantastic. As of 63421 or something weird like that, I think it is. 64131. There's people who know all of these numbers by heart. Like, I jump into streams every now and then, I go like, yeah, as of 6 is fucking amazing. And there's always someone that goes, oh yeah, you mean the as of 63141 or what the fuck it is. I'm like, yeah, I just don't remember all of the numbers. There isn't that many as of 6 after all. All right. Let's empty what we can from this fuel. And let's get that off from there and put you in storage. That's everything from this region. That's really nice. Let's go here and let's get our Tega. And let's run some potatoes. Solid advice, but I think it still makes sense just to rescue the Tega first and see how he likes it before progressing to the 8x8s. I guess so. That you'd have a point there. I think the Tega is different enough that even if he enjoys that, he will be the value of the as of 6. As of 632176907, 689 times 5 plus 1 times what? Wow, that's a unibike. And then you raise that up in 7.9. So yeah, right. It's just endless. And let's see, where are we going? We're gonna go this way this time around then. So up here somewhere, and then do that. I would like to do this with the 8-slot trailer, then we would only have to go once, but can't get everything. I think the Ass of 6 is like a really secure, good truck as well to start with, to be honest. Because it's so fucking slow that it's boring. You kind of don't want to use it, but it shows you what's available. It's everything I hear when I was laughing so much when we mentioned the 65R. You trying to read that, it sounded like you read a completely different language. Yeah, it was fun. I don't disagree at all, but basic Tega is still an excellent all-rounder with permanent all-wheel drive. Yeah, it's true. Diff lock with such minimal effort, but it's worth the time to get feeling for it first. Yeah. I totally agree. I just think they fill completely different purposes to some extent. Because the Tega is like a fast hauler. It's really good if you just want to get something done fast, while also being really capable. But like the Ass of 6 is the I cannot be arsed refueling anymore truck. But then you realize that it's really fucking boring to play the game without refueling ever, especially at that speed. Right, I don't have to worry about that tree with this truck. let's face it, it's quite some time until Bald ends up in Tamir, okay? It's gonna be a while. At least if it does it in chronological order. Even if it doesn't finish each region, it's gonna be a while. Remember yesterday, Bald, when you told us that you were gonna finish Black River today? How did that go? I take it you have a little bit left to do, right? A few missions. Chronoregritial order for me. Okay. Yeah, that works. To be honest, I recommend buying the 6 after some time into Tamer. Not in the beginning. It is slow in its top form, so it's rather miserable without the engine upgrade to get into Zemengorsk. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I picked up the 6 really late, I think. I generally didn't like it very much because it's so slow. So I stayed away from it for the longest time. But yeah, it is a really good and reliable truck, so... Once you're sick and tired of refueling all the time, that's kind of when you should go. Skipped it for the same reason as well. Yeah. But it does have its uses, so... Once you're sick and tired of refueling all the time, I would say it's a good point. Or if you're just looking for like a maintenance truck or a fuel truck, I think it does really well in those cases as well, because you're not driving it all the time. I've been enjoying it quite a bit as a fuel truck in this map, for example. I'm actually not that fond of the Tega B now. It's a good truck, but it's not the monster I was hoping it to be a little bit. It's just missing a little bit of class. I would have expected to have a little bit more engine power. The fact that I can put my foot down in high gear now and it doesn't move, it just annoys me a little bit. We are not doing that, thank you very much. I could have fixed my loading while I was in my save file, but I didn't do that. So we're still auto-loading for $1 if we mess that up. Really careful not to push delete now. One more potato. How would you rank your Soviet Russian 6x6 at this point? Honestly, I haven't used too many of them. But I would probably put the D very high, the war on D. For now, I think that has been my most favorited 6x6. I would kind of have to look into them. I think I would miss someone if I just gave them off the top of my head like this. I also don't remember them very well. It was a really long time I was using the original Voron for it, or the original... Hello? What happened to all of my gears? The fuck is this? Did I reset my settings in between? Is that what we did? Hell yeah, we did. Fucking trolls. That's not reverse. That's reverse. Yeah, that's fascinating. This game, yeah. What's your favorite truck? I don't have a favorite per se. I can give you a few favorites. I really like the P12. Mostly from the looks of it. By performance, it might not be the best truck in the world. But I really like the look of the P12. I would say the Voron D is one of the better trucks as well. I absolutely adore the Aramatsu. And I think on top of the list, I gotta put the Crocodile. The Crocodile is such a good truck. If you don't own a Crocodile, do you really own any trucks? I don't think so. I don't think so. What was the price for fuel at the airport? I think we have enough that we can both go back and forth anyway, but... 6 liters per liter maybe? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it seems like it's losing the wheel settings, or the keybinds in particular, every time I edit the save files some way. Nice to see you again, Felix, by the way. Always a pleasure. Stop editing, you hacker. Yes. I'm really good at social engineering, so that the hacker part is probably right. What's your top list like for fun factor? I'm not sure if I can put ASO 5 or the Crocodile above one or the other. They're both a lot of fun. And below that, I would probably say the Freightliner 114. From like my personal experience of how much fun I've had with the trucks. I just have so much fond memories of driving the Freightliner in Alaska. I don't know why, but that is like a memory that's etched into my mind at this point. Alaska for me is just Freightliner 114. Straight up. But I think on top of that, I would put either the Crocodile or the ASO 5 as number one. That would for sure be my top three. That's the thing, my playthrough just doesn't really lend itself very well for me to have favorites. Other than like the few vehicles that I buy, and those have usually been limited to the vehicles that I do not get for free. So like Takeoff and these, I think the Step 310E I would have enjoyed a lot. I just didn't feel like it was worth it to spend money on it in Tamir. Favorites or even fun, yeah. I think for fun, it's fine. I'm having fun. It just doesn't lend itself very well to picking favorites. Honestly, I think I would be a little bit bored playing. Maybe a normal hard mode would be fine. Playing normal, I would be just absolutely crawling in my skin from how simplistic the game would be. Watch me get here now, and then it's like, yeah, no, I don't want these potatoes. That would be hilarious, but yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, 6 per liter here. That's fine, I can pay that. I can pay that. Six out of 8. Let's go get 2 more. We ordered the GMO crops, yeah. In game, those are called sample potatoes, which is fun. To be honest, fuel is so annoying. You think? I think that is kind of what makes SnowRunner a game. To be honest, without fuel, you're kind of just driving trucks mundanely over irrelevant terrain. To be honest, especially if you're just using the most powerful trucks that you can find. I mean, that's true. Yeah. No, I don't know. I didn't even pick up the game before they released hard mode. So I really do not see this as a good game outside of hard mode. If you're just playing normal, I think this game sucks. I don't really see how you're having much fun in normal mode. I think fuel is an essential mechanic. I agree. I'm not a fan of how repair points work in hard mode, though. I'm fine with how they work. I'm not fine with this region in particular not having an option for it. That's insane to me. And there's a few other things that I would like to have changed as well. I would like repair points or spare parts to be used as body work as well, so you can fix the body on the truck without having to pay for the garage price. I think that would be really nice. But yeah, there's a few things that can be improved. In some places I think they might have overdone it with where the repair parts are. I think they could have had something maybe a little bit closer or more of them. But I think it's fine. I think it's quite alright. With that said, I have made it even worse in my playthroughs, so I guess in a normal playthrough it would be even simpler than what I have. I think the whole zone thing is stupid. Makes no sense that you can't refill those at the garage at all places. Yeah, that's one of the things that I'm kinda going in between if I want or not. Having repair parts in the garage for a fee. I think I would be okay with it if it was more expensive than getting it out in the field. Or maybe if there was a limited amount of it, that could be an option as well. Something similar to what you have in expeditions. That could be an interesting idea. But yeah, the biggest issue I have with repair in general is the fact that the bodywork cannot be fixed without being out of the garage or being in the garage. I really think that should be an item that you can repair just like anything else on the truck. Somehow this is repaired though, which is weird because I know it was completely broken before. So maybe there is some automatic repairing at some point. Maybe when you take it out of storage. I don't remember. Don't remember how that works. Because this definitely was broken when we took it from Imandra. Or maybe when you repaint something. But no, I think it was broken when we repainted it as well. When we put it into storage. All right. They really need to fix these flickering tracks everywhere though. It's driving me crazy. All right. Last potatoes. Finally, we're done. Finally, we're done. And I guess I can steal the fuel from this guy while we're going past. Nice. I'll just joink that. I think the act of selling trailers in the game is a bit much as well. I think there should be a setting where you can sell trailers that you have bought yourself, but you cannot sell trailers that are for free in the region. A place like this would give you endless amount of money if you sold the trailers everywhere. With all of the potato equipment, and I think there's 2 logging trailers, which is like 11,000 on normal mode, I think. So that's at 20 grand. Like 10% of a truck. Should be an option for New Game Plus, yeah, right? I think that makes a lot of sense. I think New Game Plus in general, they should just flush out way better than it is today. There's a lot of things that's, even in hard mode, that's not in New Game Plus. The issue that Dan was having with his save, for example, is like, that should not be a thing. That should be selectable there. Since it is a thing in hard mode, it should be an option in New Game Plus as well. But then again, when have they ever gone back and rectified anything about SnowRunner? So, and the screaming at the masses here. That's another thing I intensely dislike about hard mode. I love the cleanup after myself by selling other trays before switching regions. I don't see that much as an issue. If I were like interested in cleaning up after myself, I would just delete the trailers. I just find that part of the game kind of tedious, and I don't really see the purpose of it either. It's canonically really weird to me that I would go and sell the trailers. I'm like I'm seeing everything in the map is like me using it as a loan from the locals, and then I'll just go sell their trailers afterwards. It makes no fucking sense. It's like, oh yeah, thank you so much for borrowing me this thing. I'll just go sell it around the corner, by the way. I might be an asshole, but not that kind of asshole. So yeah. For me, that part is fine. At least if I delete it, I can go like, oh yeah, no, I lost it. I don't know where it is. Or even argue that they came and got it at some point. But I guess that's a thing to consider quite subjective. And honestly, for me it doesn't matter. As long as it's an option, I rather have all the options than none of the options. Always on the side of having the option to do something rather than not. I do like being able to drive over this tree again now. That is very satisfying after driving the tractors across here 100 times. Oh, that is bad. Yeah, that sucks. Messed that one up a little bit. Do we have a truck close by? As of... I guess it's only as of. Yeah. You're empty of fuel, so yeah, we're going with as of, I guess. And honestly, then I might as well deliver it with this guy. We only need 2 cargo anyway. Then we can go directly back with the Tega. Go drive some ass of 7 for a little while. That's always a good time. If someone were to suggest Bolt to pick up this guy, then I would probably tell you as well that you should probably wait until you get a few of the trucks in Tamir. Because once you get this feels fast enough that you can do the whole game with it. I don't know why. I'm not sure if this is faster than the ASOV 6, but it certainly feels faster than the ASOV 6. Is the tree of Ferdinand? 7 is such a great truck. But you don't have to worry about anyone telling him to buy this anytime soon, yeah. I think it requires rank 20 or something. Oh, right. I keep forgetting that. That's one thing that just completely is lost in my mind. The idea that you need to get ranks in SnowRunner. Once I got the ranks I needed, all of that just disappears. You're not thinking of that at all anymore. Which honestly sucks. I think if I go up here, then we should end up in front of him, right? Yeah. Where are we going? It's over here. It's over here. Look at this clumsy motherfucker. Who drives like this? Come here. That should be fine. Can just dump the trailer here as well. We're not gonna need that. Oh, I can't delete that trailer. Gotcha. Come on. There we go. Do. And let's plant you onto there. Back. Thank you. Store crane. Turn you off. Change over to him, and let's see, delete trailer. Can I not delete this? There we go. No need for that one anymore. Hello? Weird. That's weird. So what's the easiest way to get to the garage from here? Across the lake. Okay. I think this is fairly easy to traverse if I'm not mistaken. Where's the garage? Over there. There we go. That should be a decent route. I like that this region, even though it's been fairly easy, I don't feel like I've gotten a really good grasp of like great routes to go. Not really sure why that is. Maybe it's because the maps are fairly big and there isn't that many missions where you have to go on the same route over and over again. But yeah, the route we're going now, for example, I'm not 100% certain if that's going to be doable. Usually at this point, you've kind of figured out the maps. I don't really feel like I've figured anything out at this point. All of the routes are just as frightening as they were. Maybe not as they were in like the first few minutes. But I haven't really gotten these like shortcuts and things that I usually feel like I'm picking up. Might be because I've been mixing this with expeditions quite a bit as well. So my attention has been a little bit more split. What's your favorite thing about SnowRunner? Good point. I like the diversity of it, I would say. That's my final answer. I really like that there is so many different ways of playing the game. And I really like that the game doesn't really hold your hand too much. It kind of just puts you in a truck and says go. And I really enjoy that. So, yeah, I think the diversity. The amount of trucks and how different all trucks are, I think is really fun. Like the difference from this guy to the Ass of 7 that we were just driving is maybe not that big. But they still feel like completely different trucks. And then if we start going into North American tracks, it's completely different again. And then we start with the 4x4s and it's completely different again. And then we can go to the really heavy vehicles and it's completely different again. So yeah, I think the diversity between trucks and how you can play the game is really cool. Not even to start talking about like mods and all of that stuff. Endless possibilities. Just RP if you want to do that in the game. I have not done any role playing at all, other than maybe you can consider some of my rules that I'm playing with as a little bit role play, where I force myself to use specific items every now and then to make it a little bit more realistic or something like that. But yeah, there's a whole RP scene of people using mods to build up these rescue missions and areas and stuff. It's really cool. The fact that that works together with me making the game miserable for myself, it's really cool. I like that. By the way, look at that. Oh, I never delivered that. Wow. I was like, no fucking way, it's 99% still. But yeah, I never delivered the potatoes. I was gonna have a satisfying moment there for a second, but it never happened. It never happened. We're gonna wait a little bit longer. I also think that the progression in SnowRunner is really good. There's a few times where I feel like it's been overstaying its welcome a little bit. But most of the time I feel like the maps are over when they're supposed to be. And it really feels like every time you start a map, it's like a new game almost. Which I find really cool. I like the exploration aspects and the kind of wonder of discovery in the game. It's really nice. Really nice. I shouldn't have done that. Let's get rid of any add-ons and then put you in the storage. Alright, so we have the Ass of 7 left. So let's go with you to the potato farm, which is right here. You can also get some fuel on the way. And then we're gonna have you go this way. Back. I guess you can't get in that way. Sure. Yeah, I think SnowRunner has a lot of redeeming qualities. There might be a lot of issues, but I think overall it has insane amount of content and just things to do. I think SnowRunner is one of the most challenging single-player games. That's the thing. It's really, really hard to answer a question or to make us. What the fuck is going on? Make a statement to something like that, because the difficulty of SnowRunner is very much dependent on how you make it. I think SnowRunner can be the easiest game ever. The easiest single-player game ever. But I also agree that you can make SnowRunner really, really hard as well. To the point where it's like ridiculous. Depending on what you consider hard as well. Because if you only consider hard as in making the terrain hard to traverse, then I guess you can do that by making sure that you're using the specific amounts of truck or specific trucks. But you can't really influence the maps themselves, right? So yeah, I think it's a question of definition, I guess. Alright boys, 100%, here we go. That was anticlimactic. I thought I would get a cutscene or at least something. With this new fertilizer, the harvest is more plentiful than ever. Not to mention the product quality. Now that's a job well done. I fucking nailed it, bro. You fucking nailed it. Look at that 100%. This is so satisfying. This is the thing I mean with progression. Amazing. Michigan 100%, Alaska, Tamir, Kola Peninsula, Yukon, Wisconsin, Amur, Don, Maine, Tennessee, Glades. Next up, Ontario. And then we just have a few more left to go. We have 3 regions after that. 4 regions left to go. We have 1 year pass left. How about that? And I still think I need to buy the most recent year pass. I don't think I have that. So I guess very soon we will have 5 regions left. I mean, players often spend hours just trying to complete a simple task. Yeah, I spent 6 hours getting the Transstar out from Iceland Lake. No, Smithwell Dam in Michigan when I started. But that was mostly because I put a lot of weird rules on my playthrough. Traversing through the deep mud and snow requires a garage full of scouts and off-road trucks. Yeah. I think deep snow, the only way to tackle that is literally really, really big tires. So do we continue with Ontario almost 2 weeks from now? It's very likely that I will play SnowRunner on Wednesday, to be honest. Since I'm not sure I have another game that I want to play, and I think Manor Lords is releasing on Friday, right? Maybe Thursday? No, Friday. I think. Is it? No, 22nd. It's 22nd, right? I don't remember. I'm lost. If Manor Lords is released on the 22nd, or releases on the 22nd, so we can play it on Wednesday, we'll play with Manor Lords. Otherwise, I'll probably do some scouting in SnowRunner. I just don't want to start up a new game now. 22nd is today. Yeah, I'm an idiot. No, 21st is today. Except for the fact that it's past midnight, I understand that, but I need to check. You're in my Discord if you're not already in there. I will be announcing all of that stuff over there. So, yeah. Man and Lawson is on the 26th, so it's Friday, yes. Then we will probably do some scouting and SnowRunner on Wednesday. That will probably happen. Yeah, because otherwise I'm starting up a new game and don't really feel like doing that. Don't really feel like doing that. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna go through this water. Who cares? I have a submarine. Wasn't even that deep. Wasn't even that deep. There we go. Noise. Yeah, we'll decide on the Discord if we have something particular to play on Wednesday. What do you think is the most challenging mission in the game so far? Oh, wow. You are expecting a lot from me, expecting me to remember all of the missions in the game so far. I think I have to say, just from like pure amount of things or like time it takes, probably one of the construction trailers in Amor, maybe. Either that or the construction trailer in Michigan, simply because you don't have any good trucks at that point. But yeah, that's really hard to answer, to be honest. Do we have any trucks here? Nope. And this is empty on trucks. And I guess we only have 2 more left to go then. Cool. Let's go with 6 first, I guess. It's again, it depends on what you consider difficulty as well, right? It's what I consider difficult, you might not find difficult. Some might say that the potato mission in this region is the hardest mission, just because it's so tedious and takes fucking forever to do. So it depends on how you define difficult, right? But yeah, I would say the construction trailers in Michigan, I think, was a real struggle. For me, I think the Transtar mission took me the longest and was the most work, so to say. So far for me, it's one where you have to deliver long logs to West Camping, Big Salmon Peak, Yukon. I need to refresh my mind actually too. What is that? Come on, Yukon. No, Big Salmon Peak, you said. Fuck, stop doing that. Yukon, Big Salmon Peak, West Camp. Let's see, you arrive here. Where is the West Camp? I don't remember. Is that one of those up here? I think you're delivering... Yeah, I don't remember actually. I don't think I found Yukon very difficult at all. I was actually surprised by how easy Yukon was. Because a lot of people talk about it being so hard and stuff. I actually found Yukon to be one of the more more simpler region, especially when it comes to snow. Usually snow regions are really slow, but Yukon is like, this part is kind of annoying to go through, and then this part is kind of annoying to go through. But the rest of all this, it's either really good highway routes, or through all of this stuff, you can quite easily find a good route to just blast through all of it. So yeah, I really found Yukon to be a lot easier than I expected. Even the trailer mission with the 770G, right? Even that one I found to be quite easy, actually, all things considered. And I did the whole mission without anything. I know a lot of people are pulling the whole thing with like call-ups and stuff. I did the whole thing with only the 770. And didn't find it to be that difficult. There was a few places where we needed the winch, but wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. With that said, it might be that I have forgotten, or that I was just using a way better truck for it than what you might have been using for logs. I do think I used SF 7 a lot for logs at that point. Probably the P12 a bit as well. That's the thing, a lot of how difficult missions are depends on what truck you use. Because if you're using the wrong truck, then any mission is going to be really hard. And especially for logs, I am quite adamant on using the heavier trucks. Because I know it can be really tedious if you get stuck with logs. Ooh, don't go there. I know this sucks. There we go. There we go. Yeah. No, I liked Yukon. I think Yukon was a lot of fun. Did run into a lot of money issue though. There's a lot of traveling in Yukon. I actually had to sell the Tetra 805 when I got to Yukon, just to be able to have enough money for fuel. And I think the fuel stations are kind of annoying to get to as well. So I guess from that aspect it was kind of hard. But just terrain and doing the missions themselves, not that bad. Yeah, because I had a bad track. Yeah. Especially for logs, I think having a bad track. I would even do like these super cargos with construction trailers and rockets and all of that stuff. I would even do those with a bad track over doing logs. At least you're just doing it once then. If you're doing logs, you're doing it like repeatedly with a bad truck. Which fucking sucks. So yeah. Maybe I'll go down here. Have you done the last contract in Michigan tasks? I showed you before, right? I've done everything up until this point. It's all 100%. So yes, I have done all of the missions in Michigan. Every last one. I don't know what you consider as the last task though. I don't know what you're referring to as the mission that you're asking about, since they can be done in any order, more or less. All right, here we are. Just one more track to run with now then. Mr. Crocodile is gonna make it to the garage as well. This guy really needs a suspension repair. Let's get rid of everything on the back of you. Put you into the garage. And let's see. Institute. Crocodile. Let's go. Do you have fuel? I can buy fuel if nothing else. That's fine. Remember it being really annoying to get to here though. So I'm not really looking forward to getting out of this. What would be the easiest way to get out from here? Maybe not to go down to the water and instead go this way. Go here and then around this way instead. I think the 65R is the strongest track in SnowRunner, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, until you need a crane. Until you need a crane. Please do not tip this over. Absolute worst thing I can do now is tip this over. I think if you're only talking about like engine power, then 65R is not the strongest one. I think that's actually the Fem who has the strongest engine in the game. But I'm guessing that's not really what you meant when with the strongest. Oh, that's a tree. That's a tree. That's kind of the thing. I really like that about SnowRunner. 65R could have been this absolute destroyer. But the fact that you so often in hard mode needs to have a crane, that really limits how much you can use the 65R. Yeah, this might be absolutely stupid, but we're gonna try it. Kinda worked. Nice. Noise. This is why I didn't want to go on the road, because it's so muddy. Just endless amount of mud. Bum. I really wish the North American trucks had a equivalent to this. There just isn't a 4x4 that's a North American truck, as far as I remember, which sucks. I would like to see that. But even when they added one in an American region, it's not an American truck. It's like just rude. Just rude. Alright, let's get some fuel as well. I think we have a fairly full fuel tank, so we shouldn't have to pay that much. Just top up our internal fuel tank and maybe a little bit on the back as well. Yeah. Nice. You can really feel a difference in weight when this guy is empty and when he's full of fuel. I guess that's true for most fuel tanks. Wasn't really a thing with the ASU 6, to be honest. Guy is kinda stable enough, it doesn't matter. This guy is stable as well, but it doesn't really have the same weight, and the frame flexes a lot more when you have weight in the tank. I am absolutely convinced that this is probably the best scout you can use, at least. Like the most all-around scout. Super stable, has fuel for days. And once you're done scouting, it can instantly transition into a support role. Just so good. Only problem is that there's a very few amount of places where this guy cannot get through because it's too wide. But that's quite rare. What do you think is the best DLC in SnowRunner? What do you consider DLC? Do you consider the Year 1 Pass and Year 2 and 3 as DLC? That's technically this. But I know a lot of people, when they're talking about DLCs, they're talking about trucks in general. So I guess it depends on what you consider as DLC. If you're just thinking about trucks, then I kinda gave it away in a few sentences before you asked that question. I would say the crocodile is probably the most fun or the most useful DLC I've found. Oh, the pass? Year 1, easily. By far. Nothing really comes close to the precision of Year 1 Pass. It's just way better than all of the other ones. The fact that they're selling the anniversary edition as like 50% off every now and then, it's probably the best deal you can get on this game. It's just way beyond anything else. Just way beyond anything else. Alright, do we have all of our trucks where we need them now? I do believe so. Let's go. Just go through this. No trucks there. This only have those. So let's check in the garage. Just to make sure we don't have any stragglers here. Looks good. Then let's go here. We have nothing, so go to that garage. Looking good. I guess we are heading over to Ontario next time. Oh, this is just... Is that for multiple ones? 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. Alright, we're actually gonna pick up fairly quickly on this then. I don't think Ontario and these 3 regions are very hard either. Scandinavia a little bit just because the snow is slowing you down, but the rest should be fairly quick actually. Quite a few missions though. Actually not that bad. Not that bad. Let's jump to the garage. Wanna see what we are paying for prices over here. Some garage features are locked. Cannot customize, cannot go to the truck store and... Wait, the truck store is right here. What are you talking about? Okay, 296 grand for that. So, maybe I'll wait a little bit. We'll buy that in the next stream. And then we have a bunch of other trucks we need to pick up as well. Wow, that's 160 grand for the Apache. Yikes. Freightliner. This one I wish I could use more. This is such a good looking truck. But it just... The add-ons that it has sucks. A-star? At some point? Yeah, we got a lot of trucks still left to buy. We do still have a lot of trucks left to buy. Hercules. All of the Western Stars as well we need to pick up at some point. This we'll find in this region. That'll be fun. Very special. One would think you get an Apache attack helicopter for that price, not a pickup, yeah, right? I should fucking be able to fly with this. Mac Defense looks interesting as well. That's gonna be fun to look at. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for today. We are finally here. I think we're gonna use the Crocodile in this region to scout, even though it's not a North American truck. It's just that good. I don't care if we pay for repairs. That's outrageous. It's gonna be fine. And yeah, that's gonna do it. As usual, I don't think I'm gonna raid anyone because I don't have anyone to raid. That's just how it goes here. So thank you all for watching. See you all on Wednesday next time around. If we don't have anything else, it'll be some SnowRunner at that point as well. And then the weekend will be full of Manor-Lords. Maybe even on Friday for a little while. We'll see. Take care and see you all. Good night. And yeah. Ciao.